Hi guys, welcome back to the herd wave, or welcome if you're new. Hi guys, welcome back to the herd wave, welcome if you're new. So on this channel we talk all about African cichlids. We talk about maintenance, we talk about nutrition, we talk about lots of different varieties of species. We do species profiles, lots of different things. So if you are interested in fish like me, then maybe this is the channel for you. Stick around, see what you think. Anyway, so today's video, what I'm doing, brevis, shell dwellers. We're talking all shell dwellers today. One shell dweller in particular, we're talking about the brevis. Now, these guys are just so hilarious. Tanks that I really do enjoy watching a lot of the time because they're so funny. The things that they do is unreal. You'd think that because they're small that they would just be a peaceful cichlid. No, they're not. I don't even think there's such thing as a peaceful cichlid. They all have their own issues, and these little guys are no different from the rest of them. But even though they're small and so cute and so tiny and look like butter wouldn't melt, they're cichlids after all, and they do have quite a set of teeth on them, so you can imagine it's just a smaller scale of everything that happens in the cichlid world. In a tank with a larger predatorial fish, they're not going to last 5 minutes, but in their own environment with their own species it gets pretty rough. Yeah, so these guys are just hilarious to watch. But they are a shell dweller, they are egg layers, and they do this in shells. A little bit different to some ordinary African cichlids, and different to most Tanganyikan cichlids as well. They are egg layers, so they will have a shell. The female will go in the shell to lay the eggs, and the male will hang around. He will protect the shell, waiting for the babies to get old enough so they can swim out on their own, which doesn't take very long really. So, but in that process, in them stages leading up until they are ready to swim themselves, that process of the egg laying and garden and the growing of the eggs, it does get pretty hairy. There was 2 females actually guarding the shells or their homes. One of them clearly had babies in there, fry, eggs, something like that, and the other one mustn't have because they weren't really interested in that, but the male was really protecting it from everybody else. So there was definitely something going on in there, and you can see it got pretty rough in there. They've got teeth, and you can imagine they're using them teeth to protect them, so a little bit hairy. Now, when it comes to the shells that these guys will make their homes out of, you can get genuine Lake Tanganyikan snail shells online. I think probably certain fish shops, more of like an expertise fish shop, might actually sell them. Definitely get them online. They are quite expensive, not gonna lie, or the real deal sort of thing. So the shells that they would use in their natural habitat in Lake Tanganyikan are from a snail breed called the Nano, and these are only found in Lake Tanganyikan. They can obviously use different snail shells, they don't have to be that one, but that is what they would naturally use in the wild. They are the right kind of size for them, so that they can do everything that they need to do in there. They can create a little home for themselves, so they can have shelter and protection, but they can also raise their young in there as well. So these are really cool. Like I say, they are quite pricey for the real deals, so you can get some other different varieties of snail shells, and those do just fine. They will create their little homes in there as well. It's quite interesting how they will just use whatever means are available to them. They still have the aggression level, but they don't have the power behind it to take on more larger fish, or definitely no predatory fish. So these would naturally get snacked on by trophiers and by frontoses. These are all of the fish that would actually eat these little shell dwellers. So them hiding in the shells is really quite smart. It's quite a good way for them to stay protected and to raise their babies, and everybody just seems as if they fit in there. It's like a whole little environment. When you're putting these in your tank, you are going to want to think about having at least 1 shell per breeding pair. The more the merrier, basically. The more shells that you pop in there, the better off they are. They'll just pick whichever one is more suitable to them, whichever one they like the look of, basically, rather than only putting a few in. The more the merrier. You can see that mine, I have a few at the front and the rest of them are more towards the back, hidden in all of my greenery. They're all sort of like hiding at the back as well. I only keep a few at the front just so I can see what's going on with them sometimes, but a lot of them are towards the back. So as a whole, these are really cute little fish, especially if you are interested in Lake Tanganyikan cichlids, but you don't really have the size tank that you're going to need to house frontosa or even trophies. These little fish are probably quite perfect for you, just for a little nano tank. Really interesting, really cool to watch, keep you entertained for hours on end. It's some other fish to kind of think about, rather than if you only have a small tank and you still want to keep cichlids, rather than going down the traditional communal tropical tanks. You can have cichlids in a nano tank as well. So these are really cool fit little fish. Definitely recommend them if that's what you're interested in. Okay guys, so that is it for another video. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Don't forget you can subscribe if you're not already, click the notification bell, and with that being said, don't forget to like, thumbs up, all that jazz, and I will catch you on my next one. Bye now.